Corrine Brown and community leaders are now asking the federal government for help in response to a shooting overnight at Eureka Gardens that left 7 people wounded.
At last check, 2 were in critical condition, and police are searching for 3 gunmen. We want you to take a look at this car that was towed from the scene. We counted 9 bullet holes just on one side of the car and in the windshield there. Police say the gunman fired 50 rounds. The shooting was around midnight while a group of people were gathered outside the complex on LaBelle Street off Cassett Avenue. A baby was in the crowd but was not injured. Our team has been working on the story from several angles today. We begin with Channel 4's Heather Lee, who spoke with the head of security at Eureka Gardens. Heather.
Well, we were told by those security officers that they were not here when this shooting happened. In fact, they were at Washington Heights, which is another property that they are hired to serve. But even still, they say they have a 24-hour hotline that anyone can call to report incidents that are happening. And once they report them, they come out.
Crime scene tape roped off a section of Eureka Gardens for most of Monday. After 7 people were shot, JSO says 2 of those people are in critical condition. Eureka Gardens has a security company that patrols the complex. Marcus Williams, the chief of Protective Enterprise of Florida, says they've been working with people in the community for a while now.
How y'all doing up there?
Hoping to gain trust.
If you see something going on, we want you to say something. Be able to be comfortable and making contact with your community officer on the ground and informing them what's going on the property.
Williams says it seems to be working. Aside from what happened last night, he says crime has dropped in the area. He says they also keep a database of incidents and people involved for future reference. JSO is still reviewing security camera footage to try and learn more about the 3 suspects. And News4JAX crime and safety analyst Gail Smith says it could help them determine if they live on property or came from somewhere else.
These incidents quite often occur with people that don't live on property. They're coming off-site and coming onto the property. So they already have their own private security force here that creates a database of people that don't live on property. That way, if incidents come up, they can share that with the sheriff's office.
Pastor Mark Griffin of Wayman Ministries up the street says he'd like to see Global Ministries Foundation, the owner of Eureka Gardens, hire 24-hour security for the complex instead of just roaming patrols. Williams says they have a 24-hour hotline that anyone can call to report non-emergency situations or community violations.
We're a public safety firm 24 hours a day, so we respond to service calls whether an officer's on property or not. If there is a service call, whether it's loud music or something as a community rule violation, we're going to respond.
So, of course, if you have any information about this shooting or any information about those 3 suspects, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers. You can remain anonymous. That number is 1-866-845-TIPS. And we have also posted the number for that 24-hour hotline on our website, news4jax.com. For now, we're live. Heather Lee, Channel 4, the local station.
Heather, do those security officers wear body cameras?
They do. The chief told me that he believes this is vital in getting both sides to the story. So if an officer finds himself in an uncertain situation, all he has to do is turn it on and start recording. Mary.
All right, Heather Lee reporting to us live. Thank you, Heather. Now, just hours after the shooting, a number of Eureka Gardens residents gathered together for an emergency meeting.
Congresswoman Corrine Brown attended. Channel 4's Janice Harris was also there. She's joining us live with a look at new efforts to better protect the tenants from crime. Janice?
That's right. And, you know, one thing that everyone is asking for, they're asking for more safety today after this meeting. There were a lot of public officials. There were about 20 to 30 people that live in Eureka Gardens here today, and they're all asking for the same thing. Now, someone else also showed up, Congresswoman Corrine Brown, among the other local officials. And what she did was she gave us this letter that was written to HUD, the Secretary of HUD today. She handed this over to us, requesting more safety for this community. Let's take a listen to what she said.
Beefed up security as we speak, while we're working on the transfer. Cameras, gates, 24-hour security, not just in this property, but the other property.
And this has been a bipartisan push as far as many
absolutely,
issues.
absolutely. And this has been going on some time. We want them to act and act now.
Now, I asked Congressman Brown how long she thought something like this would take. She snapped her fingers. She said as quickly as possible. But she did reference that she's had experience with this before in the past with another community in Sanford. She said that took several years to get resolved. However, she's very optimistic that things will be different and can be resolved much faster for Eureka Gardens and also for Washington Heights. On the west side, Janice Harris, Channel 4, the local station.